My nephew caught me off guard while I was in the kitchen, lost in the rhythm of cooking, a tale of betrayal. As we prepare to embark on this journey together, remember to show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. I would love to hear from you in the comments about where you're tuning in from. What an unforgettable day! It started like any ordinary day, yet my nephew unveiled a delightful surprise that stirred something within me. A wave of bliss washed over me, as if the world held no troubles. I rose with a light heart, freshened up, and made my way to the kitchen, eager to prepare a delightful breakfast. I chose to prepare pancakes, a beloved treat of my nephew's, and as I blended the batter, the sweet melodies of birds and the distant hum of passing cars filled the air. It was serene yet indulgent. The griddle, a radiant nephew, entered with a smile that lit up his entire face. I inquired softly, "What delights await us for breakfast?" His expression blossomed with delight as I shared the news that pancakes were on the menu. We shared laughter, letting the delightful aroma envelop us as I prepared the first stack. In that moment, he proposed, "Let's embark on an adventure today." I arched an eyebrow, intrigued by the depth of his meaning. We often ventured out together, but this time held a unique allure. He suggested we wander through the nearby park, seeking out the hidden treasures that lay waiting for us. A wave of excitement washed over me at the thought, and we embarked on our journey after breakfast. The sun radiated with a warmth that enveloped us as we strolled through the park, uncovering the delicate beauty of rocks, flowers, and the tiny wonders of nature around us. The unexpected transformation of a simple morning into a memorable journey was a delightful revelation, all thanks to my nephew's infectious enthusiasm. As we finally stepped through the door, a wave of fatigue washed over me, yet a sense of relief enveloped my being. As I gathered the ingredients, the gentle breeze from the window carried the scent of fresh air, enveloping me in its embrace. Today promised to be extraordinary, as I had not only crafted delicious pancakes but also woven a delightful memory with my nephew. The moment I began to prepare a batch of eggs and bacon, I could already sense the delightful aroma filling the air, especially as the bacon started to sizzle enticingly. As I crafted the breakfast, I savored the tranquility of the morning, cherishing the stillness before the day's events unfolded. As I stood there, poised to complete my culinary creation, a vital thought flickered in my mind. The rich aroma of savory sausages filled the air, and I found myself reflecting on the moment I nearly panicked, knowing how much my nephew adored hot dogs. He would plead for them each time we shared a morning meal. It felt as though every meal was incomplete without their presence. A flutter of anticipation coursed through me as I imagined the way his face would brighten at the sight of them on the table. My nephew had this peculiar fascination with hot dogs. He would be indifferent to everything else before him, completely captivated by the allure of the hot dogs. There was something about his affection for them that I couldn't quite grasp, yet the desire to see him pleased urged me to hurriedly prepare them before he stirred from his slumber. Feeling a flutter of nerves, I whispered softly to myself as Stefan and I hurried through the kitchen, searching fervently for them before my nephew's arrival for breakfast. Just as I was on the brink of surrender, a gentle voice floated to me from behind, inquiring, "What's the matter? Are you feeling a bit down?" For a moment, I was caught off guard, but then I recognized it was Stefan, not my mom, standing there. I felt a gentle urge to please him, knowing that hot dogs were his cherished breakfast choice. "I almost overlooked preparing your favorite hot dogs," captivated by the ease of his smile. He appeared to be contemplating the reason behind my anxiety, and in that moment, I felt a rush of warmth and vulnerability wash over me. "Stefan, I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. I'm truly sorry." My voice trembled, and a wave of vulnerability enveloped me. I understood the weight of his disappointment, yet I felt compelled to confront my error with honesty. That morning held a unique charm, as it marked the first time I had ever witnessed Stefan's smile. Typically, my nephew wore thoughtful demeanor, often keeping his words reserved for our moments together. His smile surprised me, infusing the moment with an unexpected warmth that was undeniably delightful. It felt as though I was discovering a new facet of him, one that took me by surprise. "Are you certain you're fine without those hot dogs?" I wanted to ensure he was comfortable before I inquired, "Do you enjoy hot dogs?" Stefan often expressed his feelings openly, yet I couldn't shake the concern that I might disappoint him. Stefan spoke softly, a gentle reminder lingering in the air, "You forgot to make them." His voice carried a gentle intrigue as he approached, locking eyes with me in a moment charged with unspoken connection. A wave of uncertainty washed over me, leaving me at a loss for words. "Hey, there's something undeniably delightful about enjoying hot dogs for breakfast," I responded, my heart fluttering with an intensity I couldn't fully understand. There was an undeniable tension in the air, a subtle dissonance that hinted at something deeper, whether it stemmed from Stefan's actions or the peculiar nature of the moment. I felt a shift in the atmosphere, and I was drawn to explore it. "There's something I want you to try," Stefan said, pointing to the fresh ingredients on the counter. If you're still engaged with this video and feel moved by the story, please share one in the comments to show me you're still here with me. His words caught me off guard, their strangeness lingering in the air, while his actions felt just a touch out of sync. Regrettably, we find ourselves without any hot dogs available at the moment. My heart raced as I realized I had forgotten to grab anything at the market. I stumbled over my words in a flurry of explanation, but he listened with a gentle understanding, unfazed by the absence of actual hot dogs. Though his gaze stirred a flutter of nerves within me, he offered a gentle reassurance that all was well and that his thoughts were directed elsewhere. His restless movements left me in a state of surprise and vulnerability. With a deep breath, I gathered my composure, feeling my heart quicken, and gently proposed a different breakfast option to steer the conversation in a new direction. His behavior was a mystery to me, stirring a mix of confusion and unease within my heart. Stefan's gaze lingered on me, his hold on the package steady and unwavering. "It's not about the food," he whispered, yet an unmistakable tension lingered in the air. I found myself at a loss, unsure of how to navigate the situation. All I desired was for life to find its rhythm again, yet it felt as though that dream was slipping further away. Stefan remarked that the presence in his pants was becoming increasingly pronounced. In that moment, a wave of intensity washed over me, leaving me breathless and my heart pounding. I found myself lost, unsure of how to navigate the unfamiliar sensations that enveloped me. I stood there, captivated, attempting to unravel the emotions swirling around me. My thoughts swirled in a haze, and the atmosphere was thick with unspoken tension. I found myself whispering that this couldn't be true, yet with each glance, an unsettling truth began to unfold before me. The warmth beneath his fabric was undeniable, and as I tried to retreat, my legs betrayed me, feeling unsteady and reluctant to obey. As I stood there, gazing at Stefan, his expression holding a certain intrigue, I found myself enveloped in a silence, uncertain of how to articulate the emotions swirling within me. The atmosphere in the room grew increasingly dreamlike, and I longed to express myself, yet my throat tightened, leaving me speechless in that moment. Stefan's actions caught me off guard, leaving me in a quiet contemplation as I sought to understand the unfolding moment. Then, with a hint of gravity in his voice, he said, "I'm going to let you savor this hot dog." I paused for a heartbeat before finding my voice, and in that stillness, I discovered a sense of gratitude for my choice. I stayed motionless, my heart pounding and my bewilderment growing, hoping that his words would eventually reveal their meaning. Suddenly, however, his presence glided between my curves and disappeared as quickly as it had arrived. "Dear Stefan," I finally found the courage to express my thoughts, yet I remained puzzled by his motivations and the reasoning behind his actions. A feeling of unease lingered within me, urging me to intervene before the situation spiraled further out of control. Stefan maintained his gentle rhythm, gliding against me with an air of nonchalance, as if the world around us faded away, leaving only the warmth of our connection. I lingered in that moment, lost in a haze as if I were wandering through a dream. I called out to him once more, yearning for his attention, yet he remained unyielding. In that moment, I found myself at a crossroads, enveloped in uncertainty, unsure of the path ahead. "Just let go," he murmured softly, as if everything was perfectly fine, and I found myself surrendering to the moment, my eyes fluttering shut in delight. In an unexpected moment, he drew his hands back, gently wetting them with his own breath. Confusion enveloped me as I pondered his actions, yet I chose to hold my tongue and remain still. My thoughts swirled with a deep yearning to grasp the unfolding mystery, yet clarity eluded me. Stefan's voice echoed softly in the space, each word lingering in the air. A blend of intrigue and discomfort washed over me as I sensed his damp hands gliding over my dumplings. Uncertainty lingered in the air, and just as I was about to voice my thoughts, an unexpected moment unfolded. The sound of my voice filled the room, a spontaneous expression I couldn't hold back. My thoughts urged me to halt, to utter a word that would send Stefan away, yet I found myself unable to decide. I stood there, captivated, caught in a delicate balance between the desire to conclude this chapter and the intrigue of what might unfold next. Regrettably, my darker thoughts enveloped my mind. I sensed his pace starting to wane, and a wave of frustration washed over me. I called out, urging you not to pause, my heart racing with affection, though I couldn't quite grasp the reason behind my unraveling emotions. As I uttered those words, I noticed the astonishment reflected in Stefan's eyes. It felt as though he was taken aback by my response. I sensed that my emotions were creating a whirlwind of uncertainty for him, yet it didn't matter to me. All I desired was for him to carry on and feel the thrill that had blossomed within me. A tide of vulnerability enveloped me, and I found it difficult to acknowledge it. A tempest of intertwined emotions surged within me, rendering it nearly unattainable to grasp the profoundness of what I felt. Stefan hesitated for a moment, a playful grin spreading across his face, and I sensed that my words had ignited a spark of confidence within him. Even in my vulnerability, a deep yearning stirred within me as he began to move again, and a surge of bliss enveloped me. I found myself captivated by this unique feeling, and it brought me joy to express my longings. Release the burdens of the past, I must embrace the present moment. I came to understand that emotions can often be perplexing, particularly when the future feels uncertain. Yet, as we progressed, I discovered a deeper pleasure in the experience. All those worries and feelings of shame began to dissolve, giving way to a profound sense of liberation. I surrendered to the moment, embracing the warmth of joy as it enveloped me. In that moment, it felt like the world around us faded away, leaving only the intensity of our connection and the significance of what was unfolding before us. A sense of freedom enveloped me, as if a heavy burden had gently slipped away. It was as if a heavy burden had gently slipped away, leaving me feeling light and free. For the first time, I could simply savor the present, free from any lingering thoughts that might tether me. Stefan's wide grin suggested a deep enjoyment, amplifying the intensity of the moment. His voice enveloped the moment in a thrilling embrace, stirring a gentle warmth within me that I couldn't resist. "May I offer you an experience that transcends this one?" he inquired, his eyes glimmering with intrigue. He lifted me effortlessly, cradling me in his arms as we made our way to the bedroom. He lifted me in his arms, and I felt the warmth of his presence enveloping me as he drew closer. It felt as though he was offering me a unique journey, and I found myself enveloped in the thrill of the moment as he embraced me. His desire to envelop me in warmth and affection was truly remarkable. In that moment, a warmth enveloped me, and I embraced the joy of being cherished. Imagining the warmth of Stefan's embrace brings a gentle smile to my face, filling me with a sense of safety and comfort. Even in my stillness, there was a sense of weightlessness, as if I were gently gliding through the air. I felt a deep connection to something extraordinary. There was an enchanting quality to the way Stefan treated me, making me feel cherished. In that moment, the joy enveloped me, and I wished for it to linger forever. It was a thrilling experience, filled with a sense of discovery, and I longed for it to last endlessly. I was completely immersed in the pleasure of the moment, losing track of time and savoring every second. I simply yearned for him to carry on. When he abruptly halted, a surge of longing enveloped me. His pause intrigued me, and I found myself yearning for him to continue. Just when I thought the moment had slipped away, he spoke in a way that drew me in completely. I found myself lost in a haze, struggling to grasp the essence of his words. If you're still engaged with this video and feel moved by the story, please share too in the comments to show me you're here with me. A wave of curiosity surged within me, igniting a spark that coursed through my very being. Oh my, what could he possibly mean? Could it have been something different? I drew nearer, my heart racing with anticipation for his next words. My thoughts danced with a myriad of questions. Then he shared, "This is the delightful creation I wish for you to savor. This is the delightful creation I was mentioning." I blinked in astonishment, seeking to grasp the meaning behind his words. There was an unusual allure to the notion, and his words stirred a deep sense of curiosity within me. It was an unusual notion, yet there was an undeniable allure in his words that stirred my curiosity. My imagination started to soar, and I could nearly envision the depths of his meaning. Perhaps this was simply a delightful part of a playful adventure, something that would deepen the thrill of our moments together. I found myself utterly captivated. I was deeply moved when I witnessed Stefan's swift actions. He gently took hold of his warm offering and brought it closer to me, inviting a moment of intimacy. I watched in awe as he presented himself, a sight so captivating it left me momentarily speechless. It appeared to possess a life of its own, writhing and shifting as though yearning to escape. My heart quickened as I came to understand how the atmosphere was thickening with a palpable intensity. The unfolding scene before me left me utterly astonished, rendering me momentarily speechless, lost in a whirlwind of thoughts and emotions. His presence was alive with energy, stirring within me a blend of apprehension and intrigue. It appeared so vibrant, as if it yearned to break free and unleash its energy upon the world surrounding it. I paused, heart racing, hoping that my jaw would find its way back to where it belonged. Watching Stefan's moment of uncertainty stirred a mix of nerves within me, yet there was also a flicker of exhilaration that danced beneath the surface. It was unlike anything I had ever encountered, and my mind was alive with the possibilities that lay ahead. With his eyes gently closed, Stefan leapt with joy, exclaiming, "It's here! It has arrived!" It felt like he was waiting for something delightful to unfold. A flutter of anticipation coursed through me as I pondered the unfolding moments ahead. His behavior stirred a mix of intrigue and a flutter of unease within me. I sensed the depth of his excitement, a palpable energy that hinted at something significant, and I found myself eagerly anticipating the moment it would reveal itself. Suddenly, my senses awakened to the rhythm of his presence, and a warm essence flowed forth, enveloping the moment in a soft haze. Some of it even spilled onto the ground, forming delicate puddles that glimmered softly in the light. The flavor of the sweet liquid enveloped my senses, a unique experience that lingered on my palate like a cherished memory. It was so exquisite that I found myself yearning for more and more. I found it hard to fathom how something so unusual could bring such delight, yet, as with all beautiful moments, this one too must eventually reach its end. The realization that our exhilarating moments together had reached their conclusion brought a touch of melancholy, yet I remained grateful for the experience we had shared. Upon finishing, Stefan seemed to exhale a deep sigh of relief, as if a weight had been gently released from his shoulders. As I reflected on all that had unfolded, he swiftly stepped in to help me tidy up the chaos he had caused. As we collaborated to cleanse the spilled venom, a tide of complex feelings enveloped me, including a sense of astonishment. Once we had dried ourselves, Stefan moved closer to me. His smile was broad, and a wave of genuine joy enveloped him, mingling with a hint of confusion about what we had just achieved together. As I sought to grasp the meaning behind his words, a wave of astonishment washed over me, causing me to blink in disbelief. Though I found amusement in his passionate love for hot dogs, our shared adventure awakened a deeper bond within me, stirring emotions I hadn't anticipated. As he departed, I lingered in the kitchen, a gentle haze enveloping me, aware that I had yet to savor the morning's first meal. The morning, once ordinary, had blossomed into an unexpected and thrilling experience. Even so, I felt a deep connection with my nephew that was truly unique. A smile spread across my face as I recalled the joy we shared, filled with excitement for the moments yet to come.